All right, so a quick video today. I'm going to show you how I put in just a late season food plot pretty simply. I've got a throwdown mix of brassica. It's got some turnips, some radishes, a couple other things in it. I picked it up at the feed store and should germinate. It is early October here in Kentucky. We just got a little bit of rain. We've got some on the way along with some cooler temperatures coming in. So I'm going to use an ATV and a Drag Harrow. And I've already got the ground. I usually keep it fairly loose, somewhat broke up as the summer goes on. So the ground's not too hard. I'm going to use this Drag Harrow just to break the top crust up a little bit to get it powdery, get the seed down. I'll use it to come back over and cover it up just a little bit. So here we go. I'll load this up and get going. This is a Drag Harrow. I just picked it up a few days ago, and I've actually used it at my house. Get a little dirt leveled out, as well as to get some grass seed in the ground. It's worked really well. I've used a variety of things through the years, but this seems to be working about as well as anything. Okay, so here's the quick walk around of this Drag Harrow. So as you can see, I've got it turned upside down right now so that it's in a smoothing mode, if you will, where it could level and smooth the ground. It has these tines that when it's turned over will stick up and will dig into the ground like so. Take this down a little closer so you can get a little better view. So in a minute, you'll see me turn that over when I want to dig into the ground and tear it up some. But for right now, I'm actually going to transport it just behind this ATV to the back side of my property. So I've got it upside down right now. I'm actually going to throw my corn and stuff on there and let it ride there. So get it hooked up here real quick. Just going to use a chain link on this. It's got that little ring that fits nicely over a ball on the hitch. So I was using it actually at the house behind a small tractor, had a ball on it, just put it on. But for purchase this ATV today, I'm going to use this quick link in it. This is a little smaller one. I got the 4x6 to use just so I could pull it behind an ATV and use it here at the farm without too much trouble. They make a larger one, but I was scared that my small lawn tractor at the house and this ATV would struggle with it. And a lot of times I'm usually in a hurry when I do property maintenance or something and just don't want to take the time to get a tractor out of the barn and haul it down or do whatever I need to do. So we're hooked up there. Let me throw some stuff I'm going to take back, and we will hit the trail. Okay, so check this ridge out really quick, and I'll show you. I came out and planted some wheat several weeks ago. Just it didn't do very well for me, but I've got the ground nice and broken up. I'm going to come in. I'm going to hit this with my Drag Harrow, get a little bit looser, clean some of the debris off, zoom in, so you can see how the leaves are starting to fall and cover up my bare ground. I use a Drag Harrow just to get rid of some of those leaves, and then I'll make another video, if I remember to link to it at the end of this one, I will, how I'm going to use that to clean the trail off for me as well. But hit the Drag Harrow, get this loosened up a little bit, and I've got a brassica mix I'll throw in. So I'm going to bring this over and set it up. So the Harrow's got essentially a couple of different settings. Well, 3, I guess, technically. This is what you see here with the rough side up. So with the rough side down, it's got a couple of different methods. One will be more aggressive than the other. Whether the tines are, the angle of the tines as they're digging in is what's going to make the difference there. So I want the most aggressive function to just bust this up. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm actually going to set that the pull in there so that this end is hooked into it and is the one that's actually doing the cutting for me and the work as I'm working my way through the ground. So I'm just going to bring this end over. So I'm going to get all these little hooks pointed out for me. Get it nice and open up. Now I'm just going to unhook this end. Get back so the camera can get a little bit of this as I'm doing it. All right, now I want this end to pull forward for me and be my more aggressive cutting end. Probably work better. I take it and flip it this way first. Now, bring this end over, and I'm just going to hook it back in. Doesn't appear to be too complicated at all. Again, I played with this a little bit at my house, just in my yard before I brought it to my farm to use it, and seems to be pretty user friendly. All right, so put a little tension on this so you can see that actually is going to be the less aggressive cutting method. So we'll see what that does as far as loosening the ground up. So the way I've got it flipped over here, you can see how the tines are going to want to tilt back as I go. That's going to be the less aggressive cutting method. Let's see what that looks like as I work this field a little bit here. Okay, so that's going to get the job done, but I want it to be a little more aggressive. So I'm going to flip this around so that the tines are cutting the other direction. I can just tell from turning it around, this is going to cut so much better. All right, let's see how that works now. So it's done a pretty good job. You can see the debris it's picking up there. That's also a tactic I'm going to use to clean some trails off later. So, quick walk here of the dirt. It's got the dirt pretty torn up, pretty loose. Just kind of knocked that crust up a little bit. Again, this has already been disked really sufficiently back in the late summer, so there wasn't a lot of work to do. So anyway, this will give us some good seed to soil contact. It's going to broadcast by hand a little bit here, and then I'll come back in with the drag on a less aggressive setting just to cover it up a little bit. This is just a brassica mix I'm using. It looks like it's got turnip, radish, some rape, and a little bit of clover as well. So broadcast it by hand. I typically have a tendency to seed a little more maybe than is always necessary. So I'll broadcast this by hand out this ridge, and then I'll get it covered up. All right, so just a very quick broadcasting by hand. You can see the seed scattered along the ground there, and went all the way out the ridge like that. So I'm going to hit it again with a little less aggressive setting just to cover that up. So I'm going to take this, and this is probably what I'm just completely just flip it over so that I'm not really cutting it all. I'm just using it to smooth. Okay, so now let's take a look at the final product here. The dirt has covered up the seed just enough that it will germinate, take root, and grow. And hopefully with a little bit of rain coming in the next few weeks, we will have a nice little food plot here in time to get some use out of it. I will try to link to the video where I clear a trail with this drag, show you how I clean that up a little bit. And thank you very much for watching.